What if I told you that the smallest country in the world holds more secrets than most empires ever did? A place with no prisons, its own army, and a secret archive so mysterious, even Dan Brown couldn't make this up. Welcome to the Vatican. Like you've never seen it before. Hey everyone, welcome back to QuirkQuarry, where we dig deep into the world's most fascinating places, people, and peculiarities. If you love strange facts, hidden histories, and stories that make you say, wait, seriously? Then you're in the right place. Today, we're heading into the heart of Rome, but we're not taking the usual tourist path. We're skipping the Colosseum, we're not stopping at the Spanish Steps, and we're definitely not just grabbing gelato. No, today we're venturing into a country that's smaller than most cities, but packed with history, power, and enough intrigue to fill a dozen thrillers. That's right, we're diving into the Vatican. Whether you're curious about popes, underground tombs, art that changed the world, or just want to know how a country with only 800 residents and no birth certificates works, this video is for you. Stick around until the end, because we're going to uncover some absolutely wild facts about the Vatican that most people have never even heard of. Ready? Let's go. Curiosity 1. The Vatican is the smallest country in the world. Let's start with the basics. The Vatican City is officially the smallest country in the world. It's only about 44 hectares. That's roughly 110 acres. You could walk across the entire country in under an hour. Some shopping malls are bigger than this country. No joke. It was officially established as an independent state in 1929, thanks to the Lateran Treaty signed by the Holy See and the Kingdom of Italy. Before that, it was complicated. But once it became a country, it started issuing its own stamps, coins, and even passports. Its population? Around 800 people. And even fewer actually live there full-time. Most residents are clergy members, diplomats, and members of the Swiss Guard. It's like living inside the headquarters of a 2,000-year-old institution. Despite its size, the Vatican punches way above its weight in terms of global influence. Spiritually, politically, and culturally, this tiny country makes big moves. Curiosity 2. The Vatican has its own army, the Swiss Guard. This might sound like something out of a storybook, but yes, the Vatican has its own military force. It's called the Pontifical Swiss Guard, and it's been protecting popes for over 500 years. They were officially established in 1506 by Pope Julius II. Why Swiss? Because back then, Swiss mercenaries were known across Europe for their discipline and loyalty. The tradition stuck. To join, you have to be a single male of Swiss nationality, between 19 and 30 years old, Catholic, and you must have completed basic military training in Switzerland. And yes, you also have to be at least 5 feet 8 inches tall. The uniforms? Designed in a Renaissance style, often mistaken as being designed by Michelangelo, though they actually weren't. They look ceremonial, but the Swiss Guards are highly trained. While you might see them holding halberds, those spear-looking weapons, they also carry modern firearms. Their job is no joke. They protect the Pope 24/7. During emergencies, they've even formed human shields to protect the Pope. That's loyalty on another level. Curiosity 3. The Vatican has a secret archive. And it's not what you think. Let's clear something up. The Vatican Secret Archives aren't some dusty vault full of conspiracy theories. The word secret comes from the Latin secretum, which simply means private. So technically, it's just the Pope's personal archive. But make no mistake, it's one of the most guarded and valuable collections of historical documents in the world. The archive contains over 50 miles of shelves. That's right, 50 miles of papal letters, state documents, and manuscripts dating back to the 8th century. It includes correspondence with major historical figures, Galileo's trial records, letters from Henry VIII, even documents about the Templars. Researchers can request access, but it's extremely restricted. Only accredited scholars are allowed in, and even then, only certain sections are available. So yes, while it's not a Hollywood-style secret lair, it's still packed with centuries of powerful and sensitive information that most of us will never get to see. Curiosity 4. There are no natural-born citizens of the Vatican. This is one of the rarest things about the Vatican. It has 0 natural-born citizens. Nobody is born a Vatican citizen because, well, there's no maternity ward, no hospitals, and definitely no civilian families living there. Citizenship is given by appointment. It's reserved for people who work for the Vatican, like high-ranking clergy, members of the Swiss Guard, or lay people employed by the Holy See. Once your job ends, so does your citizenship. That's right, leave your Vatican position, and your citizenship disappears. It's a completely functional yet temporary status. Citizenship by job description, basically. That makes the Vatican not only the smallest country, but probably the most exclusive one too. Curiosity 5. The Vatican's ATMs offer Latin as a language option. Ever felt like using a dead language while withdrawing cash? Well, in the Vatican you can. The Vatican Bank's ATMs actually offer Latin as a language choice. When you insert your card, you might see Inserito sigillum quiso ut faciendum cognoscas rationum, which roughly translates to, please insert your card to begin. It's both hilarious and kind of perfect. Where else could you get a Latin cash machine? Probably nowhere. It's a quirky reminder that this is not your average country. Curiosity 6. St. Peter's Basilica isn't technically the Vatican's cathedral. This one shocks most people. You'd think that St. Peter's Basilica, the massive, breathtaking church in the heart of Vatican City, would be the Vatican's official cathedral. But no. That title goes to the Archbasilica of St. John Lateran, which is located in Rome, not inside the Vatican itself. It's actually the oldest of the 4 major basilicas and is considered the mother church of the Catholic faith. Why? Because it's the official ecclesiastical seat of the Pope as the Bishop of Rome. So while St. Peter's may be more famous, St. John Lateran is where the power officially lies. Curiosity 7. The Vatican owns more art than any other place on Earth. The Vatican museums are nothing short of overwhelming. It's not just a museum, it's a city of museums within a city. There are more than 70,000 works of art in the collection. From ancient Roman statues to Renaissance masterpieces, to rooms entirely painted by Raphael, it's like walking through a living textbook of Western civilization. The Sistine Chapel alone, with Michelangelo's ceiling, is worth the trip. And here's a fun fact. If you spent just 1 minute looking at each piece of art, you'd be there for more than 4 years. That's not even counting the hidden vaults. This tiny country holds one of the richest artistic legacies on the planet. No exaggeration. Curiosity 8. There's an underground necropolis beneath St. Peter's Basilica. Now we go literally underground. Beneath the floors of St. Peter's Basilica lies the Vatican Necropolis, a Roman-era burial site that predates the basilica itself. These are ancient tombs, and the layout feels like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. What's even more fascinating is that this is believed to be the final resting place of St. Peter, the Apostle, the rock on which the church was built. In the 1940s, bones were discovered in a tomb directly beneath the high altar. Many believe these are his. Today, you can visit the Scavi on a special guided tour, but it's not easy to get in. Only a few groups are allowed per day, and you have to book months in advance. But if you get in, it's like stepping back 2,000 years in time. Curiosity 9. The Pope tweets and has tens of millions of followers. The Pope might be the head of the Catholic Church, but he's also surprisingly up to date. The @Pontifex Twitter account operates in multiple languages and has tens of millions of followers. Posts range from blessings and prayers to thoughts on world peace, poverty, and the environment. It's a modern way for a 2,000-year-old institution to stay connected with the world. Whether or not you're religious, it's a fascinating example of tradition embracing technology. Curiosity 10. The Vatican emits more CO2 per capita than most countries.
The story goes back
it's
centuries,
true.
of course,
Technically,
but just a few
the Vatican
years
has
ago,
one of the
a new
highest per
phase
capita
began.
CO2 emissions. But there's a catch. Since the population is tiny, even normal activities like tourism and heating add up fast. The real twist is that the Vatican is actually very eco-conscious. In 2008, it installed a massive solar panel system on the roof of the Paul VI Audience Hall. It also offsets carbon through sustainable forestry and energy-efficient projects. For a religious nation, they're surprisingly progressive when it comes to climate care. So there you have it, 10 mind-blowing facts about the Vatican that show just how unique this tiny country really is. From the world's oldest army still guarding the Pope, to underground tombs, ancient archives, and even Latin ATMs, this place is full of surprises. If you enjoyed this journey, do me a favor, give this video a like, and hit that subscribe button to join the QuirkQuarry community. We've got more curiosity-fueled adventures coming up. And hey, There's another video popping up on your screen right now that I think you'll love. Go check that out next. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, goodbye.